Hey there, glad you decided to click through on the DNA collection and our new one of the new services that we have here at Dynamic Health Solutions. Really excited about this new service, the DNA sampling or the DNA testing. Reason being is there are so many different things that are going on in our health world, but instead of individualizing healthcare, we've kind of gotten to the point where it's kind of these blanket treatments. Where this testing comes into play is we can now look at your individual DNA characteristics and determine where your weak points are, where your strong points are, and then we can do interventions to help from a lifestyle standpoint, from exercise to nutrition, to find out and give you the things that are needed in order to optimize your health. The testing is super simple. You just get one of these test kits. It's a simple simple swab of your cheek. So there's no blood involved. Basically, you just take a cotton swab and scrub the inside of your cheek. You can scrub your teeth. If you can brush your teeth, you can do this test. You get that sample, you send it in. There are 4 different wellness panels that we first run through. You can pick one of the 4. You can pick all 4. Then there are 7 functional medicine tests that we can also run that are a little bit more specific about certain aspects of your health and see whether or not they're working as well as they should be. So, for example, we may do a weight management DNA test. So what that basically tells us is, how well do you metabolize fat? How well do you metabolize carbohydrates? How well do you metabolize protein? Are you someone that's prone to having issues with cortisol that would affect your overall ability to deal with blood sugar issues? Those are all things that we can look at with the DNA sampling to see, do you have any shortcomings or any challenges? As an example, I had a woman who was wanting to do the ketogenic diet. Now, remember, the ketogenic diet is one that focuses primarily on proteins and fat. Well, when she went on the ketogenic diet, she just couldn't lose any weight, where everybody else that she had talked to was losing like 30, 40, 50 pounds. She was having no improvement at all as far as weight loss was concerned. Well, we ran this DNA sampling on her, the DNA testing on her, and we found out that she doesn't metabolize fat very well. Well, that's the whole premise behind the ketogenic diet. So for her, we were able to switch up her diet that was more appropriate towards her own individual genetics, and she started to lose weight, and she was able to keep it off. Because now we could also look at what did she need to eat, but also as far as exercise goes, was that person somebody that does better with high intensity interval training, or are they somebody that should be doing long types of aerobic exercises where you go for long bike rides or long walks or runs? So all those things we can take into effect and see from an individual standpoint what is the best setup for you as an individual based off of your DNA. You can take it a step further with functional medicine and looking at certain individual systems within the body. The one I like to check with people is the detox system, because we're so inundated with so many toxic chemicals in our environment. What this particular panel does is to look to see how well are you at detoxifying chemicals. If you are missing certain genetic attributes, you're not going to detoxify as well. But there are interventions that we can do to help your body optimize its detox function so that you don't get burdened down by all the toxins from the environment. So these are just a few samplings, a few things that we can do with the DNA testing. One of the best components of it is it's extremely affordable. For running one test, one panel, the first panel that you run, if you run a wellness panel, like the weight management one for instance, it's $125. Now there's a $100 lab fee that's part of that $125. Once that lab fee has been put into effect and you've run your first test, that $100 is no longer needed. So each existing panel after that, so one of the wellness panels is $25, and the functional medicine panels are $35. Extremely affordable. I have a friend who went to find out a specific genetic trait within her family because it was one that caused a very specific type of cancer. In order to find the one gene, they charged over $3,000. We can get way more information for a lot less investment, but still get a big punch towards your health goals because now it's individualized to your individual genetic traits. So once again, that is one of the newest things we have here at the clinic. If you have any questions, feel free to call the clinic or send me an email. It's dr.allen.rudolph@gmail.com, and I will get back to you with answers as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.